welcome back. Today we're talking about a traditional saving pools where people come together, pull money together, and then one person takes it. These people could be friends, co-workers, family members, but the question remains, what happens when someone defaults? Anyway, to answer this question and more is our conversation starter by NTA Ibadan, and they'll be taking a look at the tradition of thrift.
Thrift savings in Nigeria has a long, deeply rooted history that predates the introduction of formal banking systems. Then, people live in close-knit communities where trust, cooperation, and mutual help was vital for survival. They found ways of pulling resources together to enable members meet their financial needs. This gave birth to community-based savings and loan schemes.
When population had not been increased as this, and there were no banks, people came up with the idea of, thrift, that is putting their money together and sharing it by either giving it to somebody to go and execute his projects.
Across ethnic groups in Nigeria, thrift savings is called different names even though they operate in similar ways. It is called Ajo among the Yorubas. The Igbos call it Esusu, while the Hausas call it Adashi. This is aimed at promoting savings, mutual aid, and ensuring that individuals within the community have access to credit.
Whatever was the Esusu that was going to be contributed, nobody will embezzle it. Nobody will say, nobody will fail when it was his turn to contribute that money.
They are just a means of helping each other to be able to acquire some certain things that an individual cannot get on his or her own.
One will wish to know how thrift savings operated before banks became widespread. Farmers, traders, and artisans took advantage of thrift savings to do one thing or the other.
I'm a widow. If it's not because of this thrift saving, I will not be able to put anything on my table. When we collect, we start returning every day. Like I return every day 3,600. Then I will collect 81,000. So by the time I finish paying it, I'll collect another one. That money is there post. As we collected that money, we have to pay it back.
Aside from enabling people to meet their financial needs, thrift savings also provided a rallying point for participants.
People used to think that thrift society thrives best with the informal sector. It has gradually also come into the formal sector. So you see people using thrift to send children to school, using thrift to buy goods for their business.
Some will use the money for other social engagements like marriage for their children, like organizing freedom for those of their children that went to learn some trade.
However, thrift savings has its flaws.
The setback is there can be a kind of a partiality, being biased. The setback will be inequalities, right? Because when you are in an association, you should treat yourself equally.
To meet the two major challenges are the issue of trust and the issue of debt.
Thrift savings in Nigeria represent a continuity between tradition and modern finance. It is important to know how relevant it is in today's financial landscape.
That is the metamorphosis of the microfinance we see now, where people came up with an idea and they said, okay, let us form ourselves into groups.
As a matter of fact, thrift savings strives on most big markets in Dugbe, Aleshinloye, and Bodija, all in Ibadan. Participation in thrift savings is voluntary, and for it to achieve its purpose, honesty and good reputation is required. One thing is sure, thrift savings remains a vital tool for economic participation, especially among low-income earners and workers in the informal sector.